Hi, my name is Al Ansaldua, and I'm president of the Tucson L5 Space Society. First of all, I would like to thank the leadership of the National Space Society for this terrific award. We are truly honored and inspired by it to do an even better job. The story of the Tucson L5 Space Society starts with the incorporation of the L5 Society in 1975 by Keith and Carolyn Henson in Tucson, Arizona. The L5 offices were in this building. The Hensons and other L5 founders were excited by the space settlement ideas of Princeton professor Gerard K. O'Neill, who promoted a vision of thousands of humans working and living in space within orbiting habitats. Those were heady days, and many of the founding members of the L5 Society went on to found our organization as a local chapter of L5. After the L5 Society merged with the National Space Institute to become the National Space Society in 1987, we then became a local chapter of NSS. The Tucson L5 Space Society is arguably the longest-running space advocacy chapter in the world, and our advocacy now includes, besides settling L5 and other orbital spaces, mining asteroids and settling the Moon and Mars. After reactivation by David Brandt Erickson and Sandy Adamson in 1981, our organization has participated in exhibits and presentations in shopping malls, schools, and other public places. We have also held monthly potluck or breakfast meetings to plan outreach events and discuss space development ideas. Here is a rare photo of the chapter taken during one of our potlucks during the early 1990s. Our outreach activities were complemented by members like Paul Jablonka, who conceived an innovative space shuttle design, Jeanette Jaquish, who produced a public access TV show on space, and T. Brian Gray, who designed a space station using external shuttle tanks. Of course, many of you will remember ISDC 2000 in Tucson. Although the chapter needed months to recover from the work of organizing the International Space Development Conference, we all have fond memories of the good times we had during the conference. A high point was, of course, the L5 retrospective panel. Since the turn of the century, our pace has quickened. Besides our usual outreach activities, we have organized talks by renowned planetary scientists such as Dr. Alan Binder in 2005, Drs. Larry Lebowski, Eric Palmer, Faith Vilas, Dan Berman, and David Williams in 2011, and Dr. Robert Strom in 2012. In 2006, we were there at the Pima Air and Space Museum when astronaut Frank Borman received his NASA Ambassador of Exploration Award. Also at the museum, we participated in 3 Yuri's Night events. Here's a shot from our 2011 setup and a couple more from our 2012 exhibit. Since at least the early 2000s, the chapter has also had continuous involvement in Tucson, an annual sci-fi, fantasy, and horror convention. We organize space science panels, special presentations, and sponsor space-related movie showings. Last year, and again this year, we have a table and exhibits at Space Fest, a very well-attended event for space enthusiasts of all stripes. Just recently, we also had asteroid-themed exhibits at Earth Science Day at Pima Community College. Finally, our chapter is once again developing a public access TV show called From Inner to Outer Space to promote our vision for a spacefaring civilization. I'm pleased to announce we just finished taping our first episode of the show and plan to put excerpts on YouTube. Well, that's a quick summary of what the Tucson L5 Space Society is all about. Thanks so much for this opportunity to tell you about us, and thank you again for this great honor.